everyone. A local organization celebrating a milestone in foster care today. They're called Hands of Hope, and they help connect churches to families in need right here in Marion County. Susie Roth is the executive director of Hands of Hope, and she joins us now. Susie, thanks so much for coming on. I can tell you've got a big heart already. We've got to chat a little bit before the the cameras came back on. Yeah, so this is called the Care Portal. Interesting. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, the Care Portal is actually a national model, so it's used in 21 other states, and Hands of Hope brought it to Indiana. One of the things in the state is you're probably aware, there's over 17,000 kids in foster care.
I didn't know the number was that high.
Yeah,
17,000.
I mean, it's a huge number of kids, and there's just a lot of needs there. And one of the things is that we want to do, and Director Stigdon always says we want to go upstream, right? To try to keep kids in their homes if they can stay in their homes. And that's really what we're focusing with Care Portal here in Indiana. So it's an efficient way for churches and members of the community to meet the most critical needs in our state. So what I mean by that is, let's say a family needs a bed. In order for the children to stay in their home, by law, they're required to have a bed. Well, if they don't have a bed, then they're going to have to enter into the system. But if the DCS case manager, when they go and do that investigation, they put into the Care Portal that a bed is needed, and it shoots out an email to churches, and churches basically can say, yep, I can help, or they can even send it out to what's called the active community, which is any individual, any business can be a part of that. Say, we can help, and then what I love is then it gets delivered personally to the family.
Really?
So it's not just, I mean, it is, of course, it's so helpful to have that resource, but it's also, you know, a little bit of love and hope and the community coming around each other.
That's right. So it is something that anybody can get on?
Correct. Anyone can be part of the active community and say, I want to help meet these needs for the kids in our state.
Well, and some of those needs are so simple.
Right.
And so many of us have the resources, so it helps connect the need with the person that can fulfill it.
Right. Yeah, because so many of us, I mean, I was like this, like, how do you know?
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
What
I want to volunteer. I want to do something. Where do I go? Do I have to be a part of a huge organization to do so?
Right.
You've made it simple with the Care Portal.
Right. And kind of one of the things Hands of Hope says is everyone can do something. And I believe there's a lot of people in the community who want to help, but they don't know how. And so the Care Portal is a very simple way that people can get involved and help meet some of these really critical, basic household needs that you and I might take for granted.
Absolutely.
But they can mean the difference between a child staying in their home or not staying in their home. And that also allows DCS to focus on the cases where the kids really, there's severe neglect, severe abuse, and those children obviously do have to be removed.
So tell us exactly where to go. Where do we go online? What's
absolutely.
it called?
So you can go to our website, handsofhopein.org, and under Serve, it's Care Portal, and there's a form you can fill out. You can say over your business, an individual, a church, and we will help you get connected into the active community where you can then get emails and receive what the needs are as we go along.
Yeah, I can imagine the impact that this makes, and again, how easy it is for any of us to get on, see the needs, and then step up to the plate. There's an event you guys are hosting in a couple weekends.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an event called Every Child, and the idea is that every child in Indiana deserves to be loved well. And so we have a whole lot of licensed child placement agencies and organizations coming together. One of the things that Hands of Hope also says is there's powerful possibilities when we all work together. So if we can all come together, and so that's an event where there's a lot of information on practically how you can get involved, some inspiration, some information on how to deal with kids with trauma. So that's even beneficial for anyone. All of us at some point interact with kids who've gone through some hard things.
Exactly.
And kind of some help on how do you navigate that, right?
Yes.
And so just to have that empathy and understanding of where they've come from. These kids, I mean, I've got to meet so many of these kids in foster care, and they're resilient and they're amazing, and we just want them to know that they are special.
Absolutely.
So,
oh, Susie, thank you so much. I'm gonna make sure to put all of this on our Facebook page because I know people are gonna want to know exactly where to go. Thank you for coming on, for the work that you do for our community, most of all for our kids. We've got all of that information up again for you, handsofhopein.org. And what was that saying you said? Everyone can do something?
Everyone can do something.
I love it. It's very all Indiana. Everyone can do something.
That's right.